knowledge. It's not free. You have to pay attention.
Motion. Big horse, but light on his feet. And he's always showed up and been consistent and been right there with some of the top horses in training. In the Bluegrass Stakes, he showed his determination and his raw ability.
It's over! Zandon wins the Toyota Bluegrass!
I feel breeders will be really blown away by what a striking, outstanding looking horse he is.
Thank you for visiting Past the Wire TV, the YouTube channel of PastTheWire.com. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Past the Wire TV. We are post Kentucky Oaks, Kentucky Derby. A lot of action, a lot of drama, a lot of stuff to talk about, digest. A lot of interesting takeaways. But I was going to do that in one show. I'm not. I'll do a separate show on that, and won't bore those who don't want to hear about it when we can just simply talk about the Peter Pan, which comes up tomorrow at Aqueduct. They like to call it Belmont at Aqueduct, but I've been to Belmont a lot of times. I've been to Aqueduct a lot of times. Aqueduct's in Ozone Park, Belmont's in Elmont. They're not the same place. You can call it whatever you want. The Big A is the Big A, and that's where they're going to run the Peter Pan. I'm going to hold true to what I said. We're not going to discuss any of the drama surrounding the Kentucky Derby. I've got some insight, some good opinions on that, but that'll be another show in the next couple of days, and we'll handle all that. For now, we'll stick to the Peter Pan, which lost a budding star, but still came up a pretty interesting competitive race, in my opinion. And we'll talk about it, see where we land, and see what happens. Just for a moment before we get to that, apologies again for the fiasco with the seminar. Was 100% my fault. Did everything right, made one dreadful error that I could not correct timely enough, and that was sending out the wrong link. But it's corrected, and it will not happen again. So apologies across the board. Those of you that understood, bore with me, and showed support, it is not without notice, and I do appreciate each and every one of you that bothered to reach out. Those that reached out in not such a friendly way, hey, I can't make everybody happy. I'm not the ice cream truck. What do you want me to tell you? We did the best we could with an unexpected, unfortunate circumstance, and made it right for everybody. Okay, notable speech. Started Saturday off great. Those of you that have been watching the channel, following the channel, watching me, reading me, knew how much I loved notable speech going into the 2,000 guineas Saturday morning. You know I love to bet those European horses. How that horse paid $25, I get it. City of Troy was in the race, odds on, but that was like, I don't know, pod the cliche, early Christmas present. We'll have more of them. Keep following, keep subscribing, keep showing up, and we'll keep showing up. Peter Pan. When they run it at Belmont, it's a mile and an eighth, around one turn. Now it's going to be two turns. Tuscan Gold is out of the race and going to run a week from Saturday in the Preakness. So we don't have to talk about him until we talk about the Preakness. But let's take a quick look at the rest of the horses. That's going to leave us with 7. I think the Wine Steward will probably wind up the favorite, with Deterministic probably winding up the second choice. I think the other Chad Brown horse, off the two big wins, last one being in the slop, Unique Insight, will take their share of money, especially if we get some rain. But there's another horse in there I like that we'll get to. From the rail, Todd Pletcher runs a maiden Protective. IRAD's up. I guess he'll get some support. I do like that horse as far as being a up and coming nice 3-year-old. I don't think he's in the right spot to break his maiden in the stake. Not that I don't think that can be done. I don't think that's necessarily going to be done by him. Unique Insight, definitely came around, put two nice races together. I can see him, running good. I could see him definitely running good if we get an off track or another sloppy track. But if the track is fast, I'm going to lean in another direction. The Wine Steward makes a lot of sense. He's second off the layoff. He's got some back class. He should go forward with Saez, with Saez up, and second time off the bench for Maker. I don't know, Lonesome Boy rather. I don't even think he's running. I think he's going to be a scratch. Tuscan Gold, we know, is out. Leads us to the horse that I land on, let me say this right, Antiquarian, whatever, Todd Pletcher's horse. And I'm terrible with names, mean no disrespect whatsoever. Antiquarian comes out of that nice Louisiana Derby race where he was kind of thrown to the wolves there after breaking his maiden. Gets a nice outside draw up. I think he can be right on or right off the pace and pretty much do whatever Johnny wants. I think he'll handle off going if that's in fact what he has to deal with. But I think that one race against, a lot tougher, coming out of the maiden, when they throw them to the wolves like that, sometimes they need one with the big boys, and then they, kind of run a lot better the second time. And between that and the trip that I project for this horse come Saturday, that's where I land. I like the fact that he's going to get to go around 2 turns again, the mile and an eighth, 2 turns at Aqueduct as opposed to 1 turn at Belmont. I don't think will hurt. If anything, I think will help him. And I think he's an improving horse that's kind of, yet to show what he's really got in the tank. And I think we'll see some of that, come Saturday. I think he's in the right spot with the right trip to make his share of noise in there. Deterministic, I know he's highly regarded. I know they thought a lot of him when he won that race in the slop, dove to the inside under Rosario. They passed the Derby for this race. I think that was a good move, but I want to see him get back on track, and I want to see him get back on track on a fast track before I back him. If he gets a wet track, similar to Unique Insight, I think that will help him. Will it change my opinion as to who I like? No. Native Land is on the upswing for sure, but again, he's another that I don't think is as good as some of the others that we talk about. So I really think, for me, Antiquarian is who I'm going to go after in this spot, and hope Todd so far at the Aqueduct meet or Belmont at Aqueduct meet, call it like I said, whatever you want, makes no difference to me, and really shouldn't to you. It is Aqueduct. Call it whatever. But I think that Todd, I think when I checked yesterday, he was 0 for 9 or 0 for 10 with 2 seconds and 2/3 or something like that. So he's due to heat up, and what better spot to do it if he doesn't get something on Friday today or Saturday before that. I think Antiquarian runs a big one into Peter Pan and might be a horse we see in more stakes later as the year goes on. Big Race Jim and his brother Kevin are going to be doing another preview of some other races. I think first thing in the morning. And we're going to have. We were not the first, but we will be the best. Oaks and Derby takeaway show. We'll mix in a little of the what was it? The Kelsey Secretariat being juiced drama in there. Portnoy Stool Presidente, Barstool Sports betting 150,000 to win on Fierceness, who everybody that watched the show knows I believed had absolutely no shot to win the race. But win, lose, or draw, that's a horrible bet. I mean, that guy might do really, really good business-wise, and, buying, selling this company for a gazillion dollars and buying it back for pennies. But that was just a horrible wager. Horrible wager. And I think Fierceness was a really, really bad favorite for a lot of reasons that we discussed. And we'll get into that in more detail on the takeaway show. That, again, won't be the first one, but it'll be the best one. And I always like to reflect on these things and really digest them and watch all the aftermath before I weigh in. Not that I don't have opinions right away like everybody else, but I like to kind of really reflect, let the adrenaline filter out of the system, let all of the noise die down, even though it's not in this particular case, but a lot of it is, and then kind of weigh in with what I think, what I saw, and what we can do going forward to kind of put ourselves in a better position of some of the things that we saw last Friday and Saturday. So with all that, ciao for now. See you soon with some more shows. Watch out for Big Race Jim and his brother, and a lot more stuff coming up from Past the Wire TV.
They're off in the 2023 First Crop Sires Race. Maximus Mischief makes the lead with the most 2-year-old maiden special winners by any sire. On the backstretch, Mitoli and Omaha Beach close the gap with stakes performers from coast to coast. Vino Rosso finds his best and leads on the turn with 4 Grade 1 colts on dirt. But it's Mitoli with his 3rd TDN Rising Star, your champion freshman, leading an impressive Spendthrift Superfecta.
With new DRF All Access past performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Go to drf.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Mini, a top 10 first crop sire in 2023, standing at McMahon of Saratoga. 14 first crop winners, including My Shady Lady, winner of the $500,000 New York Stallion Series 5th Avenue Stakes, Grade 2 winner Winstock, and Stakes winner Solo Shot. Solo Mini, the 7th leading freshman sire and the only top 10 freshman sire with a Grade 1 or Grade 2 winner. He sired a $700,000 2-year-old at the OBS April sale. His juveniles sold for nearly 6 figures on average, more than 12 times the stud fee. Solomini, a controversial DQ from being a Grade 1 winner by 2-time Horse of the Year Curlin, standing at McMahon of Saratoga Thoroughbreds. Sure Bet Coffee. Put the giddy up in your cup. Tracking trips with Pick 6 King John Stettin. It's one of the best tools in horse racing for any level of player. It's your second set of eyes, spotting troubled trips, betting angles, track trends, horses to watch and favorites to fade, 10 figs, ticket structure, and more. At Tracking Trips, you're a friend with benefits. Not a member? You must hate winning money. Join Tracking Trips now. Visit pastthewire.com and we'll see you in the winner's circle. Remember, nobody does it better.
Does it better.